I was kind of looking at this again last night, and I was thinking maybe the better title would be Challenges and Questions. Really, there's a lot of questions in this talk. Perhaps not so many answers, but I don't think there are any concrete answers to some of the issues that are currently around. This talk is about the context of English, the global context within which English sits at the moment. You all know that the world is changing and the dynamics of English are changing very much as well. So it's an exploration of that. The other starting point for this is that this talk draws very, very heavily on David Barrell's work, English Next, which was commissioned by the British Council a few years ago now. But I think many of the questions that he raises in the work are still very, very relevant. So this isn't a practical session. It's not about teaching. It's more about what's happening with English in the world. But ultimately, I suppose, everything comes down to the classroom. So I'd like to actually start by looking at the classroom. I suspect you can't actually see that very well, but that's a classroom. I won't offer any prizes for you guessing where it is, but that's in Vietnam. So this is a school just outside Hanoi, and if you can see, there are some small children there in their school uniforms, and they're learning English. This is part of a video, and just off camera, you can't see it, is the Vietnamese teacher, and she's actually dressed in a silk gown. I forget the name of the Vietnamese national dress, but she looks stunning. So this is a glimpse into a classroom on the other side of the world, and it's a group of children in a normal government school, and they're all learning English. And the Vietnamese Ministry of Education recently announced their 2020 strategy, which is an educational strategy. English is right at the core of it, and they're hoping to really transform English learning in the country. Here there's another couple of pictures. These two teachers are in Korea. And they're doing some work around stories and using visuals in the classroom. So again, in a very, very different context, many miles away, there are tens, hundreds of thousands of children learning English. And again, the government in Korea is very, very keen on pushing the whole English agenda on. There was discussion recently about making English an official language, and certain districts and cities are still very, very keen on pushing that idea of actually having English as some sort of, not just a foreign language, but some sort of official position.